Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Winter's Wish, going to wrap up Kuga in a nice little bow and keep him forever. But no, I meant wrap up his route in a cute little bow. We got the best ending last time, so perfect little bow. We get to keep him forever. I love it so much. But we are going to start with our sorrow end. Oh, it's a sorrow end and then a short bad end. Oh, okay. So, like, it's not like I forgot how this game rolled, but alright, our sorrow end. Okay. So, I loaded our save file too, and now we talk about more positive topics. Speaking of something a bit more positive, we finalized our plan to take Hanzo down, didn't we? Kuga, have you heard any details from Miyagi about the container we'll be putting Hanzo in? He said he'd tell us more the next time we all got together.
That? I won't be part of the next battle, so they won't include me when they ask everyone to meet. That must be why Lord Miyagi told me first.
Oh, he did? Come to think of it, Kuga definitely hadn't attended any of the debriefing sessions or meetings about Hanzo recently. Maybe that was only fair since he couldn't be part of the battle, but the whole situation seemed complicated. I was relieved to hear Miyagi had been so considerate.
Apparently the container the soothsayer is making will be like a small doll. It has a charm on it that absorbs spiritual beings, allowing us to drop Hanzo inside the doll by simply throwing it at him.
Oh, how convenient! That'd be easy to carry around, too.
Indeed. The fruits of the boss's and soothsayer's wisdom.
Then does that mean fighting Hanzo in his spirit form is the key to this battle? I suppose we won't be able to drive him out of a body if he gets his hands on one.
Precisely.
Phew. I wonder if that brightened his mood a little bit. It's so sad that, like, talk about something positive is the tragic end. The only thing that is different. Holy shit. Because you would think, talk about Mitsu's dream. Okay, and then a positive topic. I mean, you'd think, oh, just try to change the topic and be more positive so he doesn't feel so sad. Doesn't seem like it would be a bad thing. And then it's like, no, go fuck yourself. That's the worst thing you could have done. We're all gonna die now. He's gonna get overpowered by how we're all gonna die. We're probably all gonna die. We saw how that other end went. We were like, ooh, we're all close to death here. That was almost bad. It's gonna be bad. You know what I mean? But like, and then talking about Mitsu's dream almost seems like that could be a tricky subject because you're talking about Hanzo's life. I can see where that is actually the better thing because, you know, then he's thinking like, you know, Hanzo is like family and like, you know what I mean? He's a little bit more in tune with Hanzo as a person, but still you think that could be touchy and then like, let's just change the subject and talk about something happy. And that is the worst thing. It's not what you expect, you know? Just then, okay, my stomach growls. Okay. Stomach is going to growl. We're going to go out. We're going to get attacked. He's going to come out. His heart's going to be freed. Hanzo's going to take over his body. I know we could probably... does this one have skip to next? But it's fine. We're just going to go skip through the... I did not realize that our romantic moment was so long there. But anyway. So here you go. Here's Hanzo. Ha! Taking over Kuga's body. And running away, and then we go and we're like, yo! Kuga taking over Hanzo, and they're like, okay, well, like, look tomorrow or what else, no big deal. There's our other beautiful robot. And then our beautiful one and our bitch, they're gone. And now we're on horses, and everyone's talking about, like, getting our hearts back, that'd be interesting. It's okay, you're all gonna die, don't worry about it. It's the sorrow end. I expect everyone to motherfucking die, okay? So here we go. Now night's falling. Hanzo's out. We're doing our battle. Kicking everybody's ass. Those guys are down. These guys are going to chuck a rock at him. Hurdling the rock. Oops. And then attacking Kinji. Kinji's fighting. Oh, Kinji's so hot. I know we're supposed to drool over Kuga, but like Kinji's so fucking hot. Look, Kuga's hot too, but like I can't help it. And now we're like, no, don't. And then we're going to go try to stab him. And then here he is. We got Hanzo out. Oh. Okay. So this is where it stops. This is the difference. So all of it was still the same, except for now Yoichi chucked the doll at Hanzo. Okay. Huh. Don't tell me you thought a toy would work on me. Hanzo nimbly stepped back and avoided it entirely. Ouch. Having failed to capture its target, the doll fell into the snow. No! Why so surprised? You're the ones who told me all about this plan, you know? I heard you going on and on about it at the Oniwaba on base. Of course I'd have my guard up. Okay. Too bad. It's all over for you now. Spacey, get away from him Too late! You're mine! Oh, Hanzo said loudly and triumphantly as his body combined with Kuga's once more. Kuga attempted to resist, of course, but he wasn't able to move much since I'd stabbed him. In the end... Man, his body feels good. See, you taking it over means I don't get to understand that, but, you know, in their best end, I would understand how good his body feels, right? Listen. You were never going to be able to read that line and not think inappropriate thoughts. So, you're welcome. Kuga! Hanzo succeeded in taking over. I could feel myself slowly slipping into despair when I saw Hanzo, uncannily roaring with laughter. Woman, you're in my way! Hanzo was still holding me. First he knocked me down, then followed up by stomping on my ankle. Ow. His merciless attack made a horrible sound, like something hard shattering into pieces. Yeah, your ankle bone. I must have broken a bone. Ugh. It hurt so badly. It was all I could think about. My brow burst into a cold sweat. I'll leave the bugs on the ground where they belong. Which leaves us with... Hanzo walked over to Yoichi next, grinning from ear to ear. Oh no. How dare you? Yeah, too bad. Now die! Oh my god, we really are all gonna die. No! I could barely register what I saw. I know it's a bad ending, but I still don't like it. A touchy was sticking out from the center of Yoichi's body, piercing, without question, through his vital organs. Yoichi writhed in pain at first, but soon went completely motionless. That didn't seem to be enough to satisfy Hanzo, who was now walking over to everyone else. Please, Kuga, wake up! At this rate, we'll all... I fought through the pain to speak to him, but Hanzo, didn't react at all. He simply finished off every single Oniwaban in silence. Oh. Please, Kuga! You're a seriously annoying little bitch. Hanzo didn't turn back until he plunged his sword through everyone except me. I hope that's not metaphorical. I mean, I know they mean literally, but I hope he's not gonna... Listen. All I'm saying is, the best we can hope for is he kills me. Okay? Because there are worse things that could happen, and you know exactly what I'm thinking. You're all like, no. Hanzo could really, like, he is enjoying torturing Kuga right now by, like, killing all his friends. Like, ha, he's inside and he hates this. And, yeah, I'm gonna kill you. You know what he'd hate more? No, killing me would be the worst possible thing you could... Absolutely not anything... Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh, my God. There's so much worse things that could happen to you than aside from you, like, actually murdering me. Please just murder me. Please just murder me. Don't make it... Don't make it worse. Oh, dear God. He looked down at me on the ground, giggling excitedly to himself as he wiped off the blood clinging to his blade. Truthfully, I should kill you too, but I'm gonna let you live. Oh, no, please don't! Huh? Watching the woman he loves suffer forever would work much better on Genjiro Kuga, so stick with me and watch it all go down, all the way to the bitter end. Oh, no. This is not watching me there's gonna be there's horrible implications to this, and it's so much worse. Now that I've gotten some closure on my revenge, I need to make his wish come true next. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 it's getting worse. I was like, oh god, it's just in my imagination, but oh no. His? I didn't understand what he was saying. I looked up, forgetting the pain in my ankle, and watched as the smile on Hanzo's face grew more gleeful by the second. All right, I didn't tell you about that. I actually had a collaborator who fed me info every now and then. That said, he's been pretty busy lately, so I haven't talked to him much. Okay. All right. When he said his dream come true, I was like, but Kuga, we know what his dream is. No, God, don't. Now I'm concerned again in other reasons, but not for the same. Okay. I was just a tool up until a few months ago. Have been ever since Akahori killed me. This guy, he's the one who found me. Okay, so you know what? This is only popping up in the bad end, right? So it makes you wonder, like, is it... Because, okay, Tanichibo, right? Someone sold him the Magatama that let him control Blightfall, and he's like, we never find out who. It's kind of just this plot point that's like, never figure it out, really. Well, actually, did we? Because was that supposed to be the kidnapping god, as we call them, whatever? They were the ones who did it, but they never really 100% said that's exactly who sold him the Magatama to help stir up more Blightfall or whatever, but I think we were supposed to infer that. But it makes you wonder. I don't remember if they specifically said. It must have been. It absolutely was. Or it's just one of those you're supposed to figure that out and put that together. It makes sense, but it also makes you wonder, is that really the case? Because now Hanzo's over here like, someone was puppeteering me behind the scenes too, whatever, and it's not just Hanzo is out for revenge and he's a vengeful spirit. Somebody else kind of puppeteered him. So you kind of wonder if in all the routes there's an overarching, obviously, the overarching plot is the Blightfall and everything like that, and then there's going to be something specific to each character. But is there, aside from just, it's Blightfall, and each character has a different kind of giant evil Blightfall that they fight, if there's something else that's tying it together aside from just, we're fighting Blightfall main plot? You know what I mean? Because, Tanichibo got sold the Magatama and couldn't remember. Could have been the kidnapping god who did it. We don't know, but that was a main plot point. Right? And now Hanzo's over here like, someone else was puppeteering me, basically. This guy found me. Okay, you're not really going to explain this, and it seems really weird to bring it up in the 12th hour and be like, yeah, there was some guy, and then here you go, bad end, and you're like, who, though? Is it literally just, we just threw in this added little bit for the sorrow end where you didn't need to? It's unnecessary? Because it's sorrowful enough. Or it's one of those this kind of ties into an overarching plot line that you wouldn't have found out if you went down the best end because you solved that and, Hanzo's gone. But also in Tojo's route, there was Tanichibo and the kidnapping god, and you go to Yoichi's and it's going to be something else, but all of these are kind of tied into something bigger evil. That maybe is somehow in Otaro's route, because he's the one that you can't do until the end. You know what I mean? It's Otaro, isn't it? Wouldn't that be funny? You're dating him, he's like, I've been puppeteering everybody the whole fucking time. I'm really just evil. That'd be fun as fuck. It's probably not what's going to happen, but it'd be fun as fuck. Anyway. And then he'll put us in a cage. Is someone going to put me in a cage? I don't know. Just cages? No? This seems like a game that could... they seem all too nice for it, but... Tojo was put in a cage, kind of, sort of, so, I guess that counts. Anyway. According to him, I was spreading all this nice malice around. Apparently, he was going to use me as bait for a god. Joke's on him, though. I beat the god instead. Now we'll have to rely on me. Okay, well, see, right, so you know what I mean? Do you think because the kidnapping god, right, did the person who sold the Magatama to Tanichibo was hoping that this kidnapping god was gonna come to fruition or whatever? Or was it the kidnapping god that gave Tanichibo the Magatama? And now there's some other guy who wanted to control a god, but Hanzo defeated the god. And you know what I mean? like there's just little strings that I'm wondering if they tie together somehow into an overarching plot, you know? So, I'll destroy Ito on his behalf. With that, Hanzo stared fondly at the corpses of the Oniwaban. Oh. It's all over now. Kuga wasn't going to wake up, and the Oniwaban vanquishers of evil had been more or less annihilated. There wasn't a single person left who could stop Hanzo. I quickly faded out of consciousness as Hanzo roared with laughter. That's probably for the better. Hopefully you, die of sepsis or something so you don't have to deal with whatever disgusting things. Oh no, there's a final chapter for this! Oh, Jesus. Listen, because you know what he's like, oh, his desires are like, oh, I really, oh, no, I really just wanted it to end there. I don't even want to know what he's going to do to us to torture fucking Kuga, who's somewhere trapped deep inside his consciousness and is, in agony deep in there but can't come out, but then knows that he killed all of his friends, and Lord knows what Hanzo's doing to us in his body. Oh, God. Oh, dear God. Oh, I need to drink. Oh, somebody get me some vodka. I shut my eyes long ago. For a while I thought I could at least atone by... Oh, no. I feel like we're in Kuga's mind. Are we Kuga right now? I'm just going to read it normal, but I think we might be in Kuga's head. I'm going to read it like Kuga. I feel like we're in Kuga's brain right now. For a while I thought I could at least atone by watching it all happen myself, but I'd long since given up on that notion. It could be either one of us saying this, to be fair. Oh, dear God. You're still hiding form folk from us? Do you know how many people have died because of these monsters? Destroy it at once! But he's already transformed himself, so he can't harm anybody. Even if he wanted to get violent, he can't. Shut up! We're killing the form folk, and that's final! Resist and we'll kill you too! And the form folk's owner threw himself on the ground to demonstrate that he wouldn't resist, but townspeople with bloodshot eyes surrounded and beat him anyway. Oh. His metamorphized form folk was powerless. He watched helplessly from inside a wagon that looked like it might break at any second, screaming silently. Okay, we are Kuga. How many times had I seen this play out in a city I'd spent so much time in since birth, and had walked every street of? Whoops! There you are! It's been tons of work these days finding people who are still alive. Huh? Are you Genjiro Kuga? When my body occupied by Hanzo appeared, the townspeople who were hell-bent on torturing the formfolk owner fled for their lives. But as for me, I took the lives of the townsfolk who ran away, as well as the formfolk owner who didn't have the strength to run equally. Poor Kuga. Come on, all you formfolk! Go wild! The formfolk then began to move at his apparent beck and call, even though they'd been in a deep slumber. Poor sad little ghost Kuga! I regularly murdered both humans whose minds were so eroded by fear that they resorted to violence, and humans who retained their senses despite their dire straits. Ever since I'd come into this world as a vessel, a tool created to eliminate Blightfall, I'd undergone daily training in order to adequately perform my role. And this was the result. Having obtained godly powers, my body was now incredibly rugged. I barely even needed to sleep. To make it even crueler, the sword I'd once brandished with the desire to protect people was now being used to lop off their heads. Who's saying, "That's enough, Hanzo!" Oh, it's Miyagi. I didn't know who was saying it. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking I was going to read Hanzo-esque. Okay. You know my name? Come to think of it, your face does seem familiar. You've got a terrible memory for someone who claims to be a form folk, in which case, I can see why you've turned to doing this. Lord Miyagi. For the first time in a while, I could feel the color run out of my face. I never thought I'd run into an acquaintance here. I see. So you're an Oniwaban. Alright, it's been a while. Well, this'll be a fun time for Genjiro then. Talking to you is probably a waste of breath. Sorry, but let me speak to my subordinate from here on. Can you hear me, Genjiro? And don't worry, I'm here to save you. I'll stop Hanzo.
It's no use. Run away, sir.
Awfully brave of you. What the hell do you think you can do on your own? Did all your other buddies run away? Silence! I have no intention of talking to you.
Miyagi gripped a doll wearing a wooden tag in his hand while putting his foot down. It seemed like he planned to use the doll to put an end to Hanzo.
Gotcha. Guess I had to do the rest of my talking with this bad boy.
Hanzo, or rather I, grinned at the courageous Lord Miyagi and took up my blade. Afterwards, Hanzo went back to my house like nothing even happened.
Did he kill Miyagi? I'm gonna guess. Hey, I'm back.
Hanzo. The moment I opened the door, Spacey, who was lying on the floor, lifted her head. She'd been tied up and locked in this room for several days. Did you do another horrible thing to everyone?
Well,
please, stop this. Are you happy now? You've made everyone just as miserable as you. They've lost their homes, their families, their way of life. And yet, you're still going? Spacey. Her voice was hoarse and cracking. While I was out killing people, she hadn't been given enough water to drink. And yet, her eyes were still so beautiful as she glared at me because she hadn't given up yet. How can you stay so strong? 'Cause I know you're in there, Summer baby. So precious, so proud. I loved her so much. If I could forget everything and touch her one more time,
Anyway, you know what this is?
But then he took an object he'd been hiding behind my back and thrust it right into her face. Her once dignified expression instantly stiffened, then crumpled in agony. Why? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought it was gonna be. You know what this is? And then she crumpled. I was like, I know exactly what's happening here. Because the thing I held in my right hand was Lord Miyagi's freshly severed head. Yeah. I guess that's how we were I mean, you knew when he's like, anyway, back at home, and it's like, so you killed Miyagi, huh? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Miyagi?
Yep. Very same Lord Miyagi you all loved so dearly. How's it feel? Sure you're glad to be reunited with him after all this time?
No! No, it can't be true. No.
Man, is it fun killing Oniwaban. You stop acting like it's not your business, and you stop all your whining. I stopped by his house on the way here hoping to kill his wife and kid, but they weren't home. I'm sure they fled with the Shogun and what's left of the Oniwaban. Yeah, well, not that it matters. I'll chase them down to the ends of the earth and kill them all. Then they can join their family in the afterlife and be
You're even more of a monster than Gengoemon Akahori, the man who killed your father and brothers.
What?
I don't pity you because your family was killed. I pity you because you're weak. You're doing all this because you're a weak little man. Oh, that's it. Also, tell him he has a small penis. Because, you know, we don't know that. But he's in Genjiro's body, so we don't know that. But actually, maybe don't say that because then he'll try to prove you wrong and he's a douchey little twat. But, yeah, no. Just keep insulting him like this.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah? Is that what you have to say?
You're pathetic. You couldn't even kill somebody on your own. You had to take over someone else's body to do it. You little bitch. All the humor disappeared from my voice. I casually stuck up my right hand, making Lord Miyagi's head bump against her forehead to show her how she would die.
Me? Weak? What are you talking about? Have a good look at this dead man's face. Doesn't he look like he's in pain? Like he's terrified? That's because he was scared of how powerful I am. You're only powerful because you're in Kuga's body, you little bitch. I hate this end so much. It's so good. It's good because it's horrible and it makes you so mad. You're like so depressed. Oh my god, he killed everyone. And now you're like, God, I hate this little motherfucker. It's good. They make you feel I like it when they make you feel things, even if it's sad and you want to cry or like angry and you just want to punch Hanzo in his stupid fucking face, but you can't because it's Kuga's pretty little face. You know what I mean? You're just so fucking mad. You're like, how do you strangle a ghost? You know? It's good. Good job.
Huge tears poured from her eyes. They followed tracks down her face left by the many tears she'd already shed before falling onto the tatami mat, leaving spots. I must have finally pushed her over the edge. Spacey lay there, completely limp, like all of her strength had left her.
At least he didn't do wildly inappropriate sexual things to us. Okay? Like, that's... I really was, like, very concerned. I don't think they'd put that in here, except for inferring it. But I don't trust Hanzo to not torture us and Kuga with that. You know what I mean?
She must have fainted.
Huh. Yawn. Way to ruin the fun.
I breathed a single sigh before tossing Lord Miyagi's severed head into the corner of the room, then lay down beside her so I could stare at her face.
It's about high time I left Ito anyway. There's hardly anyone left. Tired of killing mere townspeople. Much rather kill Oniwaban or Shogunate officials, meaning my next destination's either Kyo or Osaka. I'm sure he'll be pleased that I finally found the motivation, too.
Any memories of family or the thing that kick-started this massacre had already completely disappeared from Hanzo's mind. Hanzo had destroyed my heart, just as he'd hoped, and he'd sacrificed countless lives in the destruction of their way of life to do it. Was this really Hanzo's wish? Something so cruel, so merciless? I continued staring intently at Spacey's face. Then...
I'm sick of her.
Huh? After whispering this, I abruptly sat up.
Hey, woman! Wake up!
Moments after getting up, he gave her a brutally hard slap across the cheek to force her awake. That was violent enough, but now I was straddling her for some reason.
Get to throw away toys you're sick of playing with. Ugh, you're so difficult.
I don't really want to... I hope you were just torturing me with killing my friends and making me suffer by knowing that you've possessed Kuga and nothing else, no other toy reference, because I just... Listen. Maybe nothing bad like that happened, but I don't trust it. Oh God.
Stop.
Both of my hands were wrapped around Spacey's neck. I kind of assumed that he was going to choke me to death when he said he was straddling me. I was like, oh God, you're going to choke me to death. I heard her gasp beneath me after applying a bit of pressure. Her neck was so thin, my hands wrapped all the way around. I could probably easily break her neck if I put my entire body weight on it. No, I didn't want to do this. I wasn't tired of her. I wanted to be by her side forever until the end of time. No, stop. Stop it. I beg you, anything but that. Anything but Spacey.
Oh, our poor baby. This is great, Kinjiro Kuga. I've been wanting to hear your voice. Cry more. Scream. Fill my mind with your emotions, because I don't have any of my own.
That sounded like a snap. I felt the sensation of something hard breaking in my hands. It sounded like her neck snapping. Starting with her neck, which was stiff with tension and also where she'd been resisting the most, I felt all strength leave her body. Her eyes, once open, staring at me, begging me to do something, were now hidden by her closed eyelids. She was the one who told me about my heart.
Stop it, the sorrow, it's gonna kill me.
She'd been there for me the first time I ever found myself feeling worried and uneasy, and showed me how to tackle those emotions.
Because it starts out you being sad, playing yourself, watching Hanzo kill all your friends, and then it's just Kuga's thoughts, and you're like, no, but like, I'm okay when the game kills me and my love interest or whatever. It's like, no, but don't kill my love interest because then I'll be sad without them. But they don't really ever do like you're in your love interest's perspective when you die. Because that's so much worse, especially because he's the one that just choked you to death even though it was against his will, and it's just so sad. It kind of hurts more. Oh. It's kind of brilliant because our poor precious little robot, you're like, nobody finally learned to love and then he killed me against his own will, and oh, stop it. This hurts my soul so much. I want to say I hate this game right now, but I don't. It's so good. It's so good, but I'm so mad at it. Oh, it hurts my heart. Oh my god.
She'd been there for me the first time I ever found myself feeling worried and uneasy, and showed me how to tackle those emotions.
Did I read that already? I don't know.
The things she'd said in her hometown had been her true, unadulterated feelings. I loved Spacey with every fiber of my being. Seeing her happy made me happy. I never wanted to leave her. But now, she was gone.
Our precious little ghost baby.
Should I have never gotten my heart back? If I'd known it would make me so miserable. If I'd known her life would end in suffering. If I'd never grown a heart. I could never hold her in my arms again. Spacey, after all you gave me... She looked oddly peaceful with her eyes closed. Come to think of it, we only slept together on a futon here in this very room.
We once slept together on a futon. I was like, we once slept together on a futon here in this very room. Okay, that makes more sense.
I suddenly remembered the time I caught a brief glimpse of her face as she slept. I found it heartwarming then because she looked just like a little kid. But now... Spacey... Come back, Spacey. If I've lost you...
You're just dragging this out. Oh, no. No, we get a CG for this. I don't want it. It's so sad. Don't do it. Why is this one gonna be? This is gonna make me literally. It's like it's so sad, and then they keep going, and you're like, please stop before I actually motherfucking cry. Like they're welling up, guys. This is not. I don't like this anymore. Oh my god, I'm also very emotional. Like, oh my god, it's just that time where I get very emotional. You know, hormones are running rampant, and every single thing. It's like it's just. The sun is so nice today. And you know what I mean? Where you're like, it's Tuesday. It's actually Wednesday, I think, but whatever. But you know what I mean? Like, you just cry for no fucking reason. So this is not helping. Because this is extremely sad. But my heightened, overly emotional self is just... We're not meshing well with this because I'm going to sob in a minute. Jesus.
And teardrops quietly plopped onto her cheek.
Oh, and then the CG is so sad.
I was crying. My tears were speaking for me.
Man, you're annoying.
But no, Hanzo merely shook them off in irritation.
Hi, buddy.
I thought the last CG was going to be that little special one, but I guess not. Oh! Stop it! That was the worst. Oh, it does say unlocks the CG. That was literally the worst. Why would you do that to me, game? Jesus! What the fuck? Okay, we're gonna go get our short bad end, even though it takes a while to get through it. Okay, so we say chase after him. Something's definitely up. You two over there, Wait just one moment! Driven by an uneasy feeling in the pit of my stomach, I waded through the crowd after the two men as they walked further and further away. Wait. Oh, okay, it's not letting me skip right now. Excuse me! Excuse me! I said wait! A busy street would have been one thing, but if they couldn't hear me in the empty alley, they had to be ignoring me. You leave me no choice. I sped up and grabbed one of the men by the arm. Whoa! Hold up, aren't you getting servant? I heard rumors about you, but didn't think you actually existed. Didn't he say the exact same thing earlier when we were at the izakaya? Took a while to dawn on me, as he'd probably been drunk at the izakaya, giving off a different impression. But when I looked him in the eye, I knew it was him. What the hell do you want with me? Why are you avoiding Kuga? You seemed so fond of him before. I got nothing to say to a wretched little servant like you. Let go of my arm. Wretched? What are you talking about? None of it made any sense to me. When I skipped straight over anger and confusion to pure astonishment, the threads around the man's neck changed color. They went from the red color of anger to a sad hue, like he pitied me. Right, you have no clue, do you? Here's some advice for you then. Get away from him as soon as you can. Huh? He's complete scum, although you never know it by the way he presents himself. I won't say nothing bad about him, just... You already said he's scum, so that's bad. Spacey, there you are. Kuga! You caught me by surprise when you suddenly took off running. Leaving the person you should be guarding with no notice wouldn't win you any compliments, you know. Oh, won't win you, sorry. Right. I did the same thing earlier and caused a lot of trouble for Tominari and the others. I'll reflect on my actions later. Now's not the time. Actually, Kuga... But I didn't have much time left to explain. Now, Hanzo! Okay. So it's basically, it leads to, but we had a lot of conversation in there. That was actually a really long, different way to get to the same scene. So, okay, anyway. I mean, we're gonna, does this one have a skip to next choice? Yeah, okay, this one, because this one's gonna go through a lot of the game, so. The other one we will only go through one thing, so we do, because I didn't want to get in the way, I want to say because you were pretty. But because it looked like you were concentrating, and I didn't want to get in the way. Oops, I lied. The truth was that Kuga looked so pretty when he was serious, I completely forgot to say anything.
Oh, you were just trying to be considerate.
Yeah!
However, it actually bothered me that you were watching in silence. Next time, say something instead of being afraid to interrupt. It was fine this time, but worst case scenario, I might have mistaken you for an enemy and killed you. And I'm sure we'd both like to avoid that.
I mean, probably. Oh. It was true. Kuga had no idea when Hanzo might strike, so he was much more on edge than usual. I was worried Hanzo was here while looking for Kuga, and yet I was so relieved to find him safe that the thought hadn't even occurred to me. You're right. That was careless of me. I'll be more careful next time.
I'd prefer that. Even if you weren't within range of my sword, the sheer force might still reach you.
Sheer force? I found myself cocking my head at the unfamiliar term. When I did, Kuga glanced behind me.
It would be quicker to show you than explain. Spacey, could you step aside?
Huh? Sure. I moved as I was told, then Kuga pointed right at the spot he'd been looking at a moment ago.
I'm going to make a branch fall from that tree from over here.
Okay. Wait, huh?
Relax. I'm not haphazardly cutting branches off trees. I was just thinking of pruning it anyway.
He sounded rather nonchalant about the whole thing. That's not what caught me by surprise, though. I just stepped off the veranda, so there was a considerable distance between myself and Kuga, who was standing at the edge of the garden. Furthermore, the tree Kuga had pointed out was a large one near the entrance, which was even further away than I was. What does he mean? Is he going to throw his sword? Confused, I waited for Kuga's next move, then... Ah! Whoa! It really did fall! borrow his sword, of course. After a look of concentration, he swung his sword in one clean, efficient motion, just like he had while practicing. So kind of like what Hanzo can do with the little, like, whirligig thingies, whatever we called them.
And that's what I meant by sheer force.
Kuga sheathed his sword and walked over to me, calmly casting a passing glance on the fallen branch. Although I could hardly believe my eyes, it was probably nothing new to Kuga. That was amazing! You cut it without even touching it with your sword, just like the kamaitachi. Yeah, okay, that's hard to say. Yeah, so basically what he was doing. The technique Hanzo used earlier. Do you think that was sheer force too? I totally thought he could only do that because he's a Blightfall.
What are you talking about?
Remember how Hanzo tore up a wall without even touching it with his sword the first time we fought him? Kuga understood almost immediately when I gave a more concrete explanation.
True. Maybe Hanzo learned that technique as a swordsman when he was still a form folk.
They say short, bad end, but it's really not. I mean, the ending part would be short, I'm sure, but it's like, but you get an awful lot of new dialogue in this. Not complaining, but I'm just saying.
Still, I know he could only have displayed that level of strength after morphing into a Blightfall. He's long surpassed what a person or form folk is capable of.
Wait, really? Then how were you able to knock down the branch from over there? He's a vessel.
From the result of daily training, plain and simple. My strength doesn't hold a candle to a Blightfall's.
But would a normal person be able to use a technique like that just by practicing their swordsmanship? He must have started with incredible physical prowess or practiced an unbelievable amount, perhaps both. I was well aware of how strong Kuga was, but apparently he was much stronger than I thought.
Oh, did I frighten you that badly not being in my room?
I was gonna say, we read that, so why didn't it let me skip? Okay. I was like, oh right, we can just, yeah. Sorry, bird. I put my hand back. I'm sorry. He was snuggling in my hand, but I needed both of them. Okay, so we hide your face. Use this, Kuga. I took a hand towel out of my kimono and wrapped it around Kuga's face.
Calm down, Spacey. That won't solve anything.
There's no other way. Leave this to me. I'll make up a good lie. I could see Kuga staring at me through the towel I'd wrapped around his head. He looked a little nervous.
Use this.
Kuga pulled out his own hand towel and handed it to me. Oh, right, since I used mine on Kuga. Sorry, thanks for letting me borrow this. I thanked him quietly while covering my face with the towel, just like I'd done to Kuga.
Please actually keep it brief, for your own sake.
Got it. Apologies, but we've had so many disturbances recently that we've been checking people's faces. The constable opened the door only to find Kuga and I sitting there, our faces concealed by cloths. The moment our eyes met, a silence fell over everyone like time had stopped completely. I like you shoving him in your boobs better, and he's like, you didn't tell me they were getting freaky. The constable seemed a bit taken aback, but then he seemed to remember what he was there for. He narrowed his eyes and began to ask us questions. Where are you from exactly? What did you come here in a litter for? Why are you hiding your faces? Oh boy. Even though he said he'd just take a quick look at our faces, he ended up asking a few rapid-fire questions. I can't blame him. We definitely look pretty suspicious right now. My plan took that into account, however. Oh my, it's so bright! Huh? We belong to a sect that worships the night, the teachings of the Nocturnal One himself, Lord Yofukashi? Lord Yofukashi. Lord Yofukashi no Makoto. Forbid us from being in the sunlight. Yofukashi no Makoto?
Yes, Lord Yofukashi no Makoto.
It's dangerous for you to be basking in the sunlight without any protection. It's like walking around naked while spears fall from the sky. What?
It's like walking around naked.
He's like, these people are crazy. Pardon me, but please go on ahead. We did it. We managed to confuse him into ending the conversation by spouting nonsense, just as I planned. Nah, I like the, hup, 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 hup. Anyway, I could feel the vibrations of us being on the move again from inside the litter and heard the enthusiastic voices of our litter bearers. Thank you so much, Kuga. You did such a great job going along with it. I still like these shoving him in your boobs, and the constable thinks you're getting freaky in there. Kuga shook his head when I thanked him. He'd already removed the towel from around his face.
I just did the best I could to repeat whatever you said. And you did a great job coming up with a lie. I'm impressed.
Phew! For a moment there, I wasn't sure what would happen, but getting a compliment from Kuga made me extremely happy. Okay, so this should be... Oh. Oh, really? Feel like this should be the same thing, but anyway, Kyoshiro.
And that's everyone then. Did you run into any issues on the way over?
The cop stopped us, but other than that, nothing. Nobody even knew we were carrying Genjiro. I mean...
Hanzo's threat don't seem to have changed either, right, Spacey?
Yeah, I didn't see any new tracks going in or out just now either, so he must still be inside. Why is this not letting me... I was like, why is it not letting me skip? This is basic... I don't know if I made those 2 lines, but it's like, they should not be any different. You know what I mean? So now we should get to... I don't know if it's going to just go straight to the end or if it's going to go to our next choice. Okay. We're going to go to the more positive topic. I'm going to this time skip the red. I'm not going to skip to the next choice because I want to see where it splits off from this. So again, we're going out to the alley, going to get attacked. He's going to get his heart back. We're going to have a romantic touching moment. And then I'm assuming Hanzo's going to pop out and take over his body again. All right, I forgot how long our impassioned speech was. It didn't seem long when you were reading it, but when you're skipping through, you're like, okay. So Hanzo's gonna come, takes over Kuga, he runs away. Okay, we go here. All right, so this is all the same. All right, so we're here. We're gonna get the doll. Okay, we're all still now riding on our horses, having that little conversation that we had. Okay, so all of this is the same. Interesting. I'm guessing the battle won't be as long, because now we're going to comfort Kuga, and then he's going to be like, darkness is falling. Well, Kinji might say, is the one who said, I don't remember. But anyway, so now, okay, we're all doing the fight. They get knocked out. Then we go to throw the rock. Okay. And then Kinji's trying to kick his ass, but then he kicks Kinji's ass. And then we stab him. And now we're having a flashback. Okay. Okay. So he just kill us right away? Because that would be definitely a bad end. So, okay, I don't think they've thrown the doll or whatever, but we're like, okay, gasping in pain. Okay. Unfortunately, my desperate attack never landed. Oh, okay, we haven't stabbed him in the stomach. All right, we went to attack him. He kicked us down, and then we stabbed him in the stomach afterward. This is before. So we were probably about to stab him in the stomach. Okay. Before my dagger could reach Hanzo, his sword pierced straight through my body. Okay, that's the difference. Instead of stabbing Kuga in the stomach, we get stabbed. All right. Annoying bitch. Hanzo quickly pulled his sword out of me and wiped off my blood using the snow at his feet. Does it hurt? Are you sad, Genjiro? This is only the beginning. There's so much more fun where that came from. The man I knew so well walked further and further away, whispering happily to himself. The person I wanted to save above all else was leaving. And then we die. Probably. My outstretched hand would never reach him. My consciousness faded to pure white, the same color as the snow all around me. Yep, dead. All right, well, there you go. That's that. Let's go to our extras, which we have to do, because we didn't do them last time. Well, we did read the one. There we go. Kuga. All right, so we'll read his little right-hand panel. I love the little sketches of them. It's so cute. Look, now we can see him. You can see his little footies. You can see his whole body now. Official age, 27 years old. Race, vessel. Rank, samurai. Job, Oniwaban/guard. Height, 177 centimeters. Birthday, June 10th. Hobbies and skills. Caring for his sword. Quick drawing his sword. Those are his hobbies. His hobby is caring for his sword, and his skill is quick drawing his sword. Flower motif is morning glory. Color is indigo. Original form is a short sword crafted by swordsmith Tadamine Asama. And okay, so we'll do this basic info. I'm Genjiro Kuga. I'm in charge of Castletown with Yoichi. I'm a samurai who was derived from a Wakizashi. I was awakened as a vessel on June 10th, so I suppose I'm 27, as our ages are based on our appearance and the order we were awoken. I believe that covers everything. Was that useful? Yes, we were. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to hit back. I was trying to. Okay. Why is it not? There we go. I was like, it was not letting me go. Okay, hobbies and skills.
When I have the time, I maintain my sword as well as practice with it. Special skills. I'm not sure if I'd call it a skill, but I'm excellent at quick-drawing my sword. I only beat Kyoshiro in a contest.
I once beat, not I only. Okay, I once beat. Okay. Your personality.
According to Yoichi, I'm a very serious and careful person, which makes sense because, as a vessel, I properly carry out my duties. In fact, I put a lot of effort into making sure I do. But I'm also not as flexible as Yoichi, and that's one thing I could stand to learn from him.
How adorable. Approach toward her, me.
We both have a tendency to work too hard. Oh, too hard in my opinion. It would be nice for both of us to sit back and relax sometimes. I also love to be able to spend more time with you.
I'd also love to be able to spend more time with you. I can read. I can. My ideal married life. How sweet.
I've heard the secret to a happy marriage is working together. That makes sense, since being a couple means being in it together. I'll devote myself to being a good husband to you.
I'm sure you will. I love you so much. There we go. Touch. Look at our cute little... Oh! Look at... This is so cute. I love it. We're happy. It's like us cooking together and then eating together, but I just love his little face when he's like wiping what's probably rice off our cheek or something, but it's like so cute. Just his little face. Oh, I love it. It's so adorable. He's like slightly concerned, proud of himself, and then like, look at you, you silly thing. And then his flirty little slut look. It's so cute. And oh, okay. Well, hold on. We'll come back to this because we have one more CG to look at, which is our new one, which is this one, which is so sad. Him crying. Stop. I can't even. Like, it's beautiful though. It's so sad. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it because it's lovely. And it was such a sad ending. Oh, dear God. Okay. So that was everything. That was Kuga, guys. We have successfully dated Kuga now. And why is this not letting me, like... I don't know why. Like, I'm trying to go over, but it wouldn't let me go over. But anyway. Here you go. We're going to end on this because that's what we did for Tojo. So technically, we get to bang Yoichi next. Oh, it's going to be a ride. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is going to be the best freaking thing. Because, like, Tojo... There's nothing wrong with Tojo, but, like, obviously my favorites... I knew Kuga was going to be one of my favorites because he's definitely the fucking robot. Put glasses on him and he would have been my perfect glasses robot, okay? Right? You knew. You're like, you're that type. Yeah, I know. And Kinji's just ridiculously fucking pretty. Yoichi's kind of fucking pretty too. You know what I mean? I still think Kinji might squeak out on the top of my list because he's just the prettiest. There's just something like, stop it, you fucking beautiful bastard. But I really do love a man who looks good in, like, a man? Wow, a man who looks good in drag. And Kinji basically does that for his day job. So I'm here for all of that. You know? But, like, Kuga, definitely up there. Yoichi, you know what, he's beautiful and I like his attitude. There is literally nothing physically wrong with Tojo, but he just wasn't one of the ones that, like, you know, when you look, you're like, this one right here. Or, like, these couple right here. So those were my top three, like, Kinji, Kuga, and Yoichi. And then, Tojo's still cute, though. So, like, and his route was really great. So, like, not begrudging it at all. Great first route. Great character. I love our Labradoodle. But, like, I'm just kind of excited because right now, we're in the thick of it. We got my favorites right now. It's like back to back to back. And we're just well, I mean, like, if we had switched Kuga and Yoichi, I think I might like Kuga maybe a little bit better. Just vibe-wise, you know, I like the fucking robots, especially if you slap glasses on them. I love the robots. So, like, but still, like, saving Kinji for the end. Yes, I'm so excited about that. But, and Tominari, this is why it's funnier, and we've had this conversation before, that he definitely gives Xavier from Love and Deep Space vibes, not just because he's voice acted by the same person. Thank you for telling me that, because I don't know if I noticed that in the thing, but that's hilarious to me, because he gives off that vibe. He absolutely does. I see it. You see it. You're like, yes. And I hate to say this, there's probably nothing wrong with Tominari, just like there's nothing wrong with Xavier, but yet, out of all of them, I'm like, oh yeah, he exists. I forget that he exists when I'm playing that game. I'm just like, no, he's at the bottom of my list of ones that I like. Like, I main the other four, and I kind of forget that he exists. And there's nothing wrong with him. There's really not. He's kind of adorable. When he pops up on my home screen, it's not like I'm, oh, you. I'm like, no, you're adorable, and I do like you, but, like, I just forget you exist sometimes. Which is just, and I feel like Tominari fits into that exact, oh, yeah, you exist. Right, I forgot about you. No hate on him, you know what I mean? I'm sure he's great. It's just I forget he exists. And I just find it very funny that they have typecast this poor voice actor into you're the characters that people forget exist. Like a poor man, but it happened 2 times anyway. And then Otaro, obviously, we know, like, you were never going to be in there. His route could be great, but he was never going to be my favorite just because, like, he's the cute little baby-faced one, so it's really disappointing that I have to do his route last. Because, like, I would rather do somebody I liked more last, but whatever. You know? Actually, yeah, because it doesn't mention in here. One of you guys told me that he's the same guy who voice acts Xavier, because it's not in the list that Otome Kitten put together, which is funny, because she always... when Shinosuke Tachibana is in here, she always puts in Raphael, so that he's in that. So it's funny. Anyway. Well, anyway. Whatever. One of you guys told me that. But we'll do Yoichi next. Yay! We get to do Yoichi! Oh, the Kuga was a ride. I loved it. The bad endings were horrible and they hurt me so badly, but that's what makes them good. But anyway, let's make sure we don't go gray on this while we're ending. But I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.